Alright, I was going to do a video on how I hooked everything up, all the steps I went through with the pipe and the heater and all this kind of stuff. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know what? I'm not going to go through all that. I'm just going to show you what I did, but I'm not going to go step by step and say this is how you do it, because I don't want to take the chance of somebody blowing up their house and saying, well, this is what Joe told me to do. You know, I'm not going to go for that. So I will explain how my propane got in, but that's the extent of it. The company that I went through, they supplied a tank, they supply the setup. Now, this is up to code. People were saying on Facebook, oh, it's got to be further away. That ain't right. This is only a 100-gallon tank. They didn't have any more vertical ones, so I got this horizontal one. This is the last one they had left. And the way that company works, this is free. I don't pay a rental or anything like that. As long as I fill it once a year, then there's no charge for anything. And if I had got a bigger tank, it would have to be further away from the cabin. And they do all that. They run all of that. So they would dig the ditch, run the lines. They do all that stuff. I had to provide, my only responsibility was what they required was at least a 4-inch black pipe nipples, you know, sticking out the cabin that they could hook to. Guess that's their little ditch witch. All right. I'll bet it does too. And the way I did this, I still have a clamp I got to put on here when I move this down how I want it. But I bought a 6-inch nipple and put that through the wall with an elbow, a 2-inch nipple, a T, because you got to have a cap. You got to have a drip cap, I think they call it. And it could be inside or outside, so I decided to put it outside because I am going to be running another black pipe, a line around the cabin or under the cabin to hook up a propane stove and on-demand hot water heater. So I did the elbow, the nipple, the T, another nipple, and a cap. Then they did the rest of it and got me all set up here. And it's got a gauge, but I put that on and then they did the rest. And I got a gauge inside this dome. I can look at the gauge and see where my fuel is. where my propane is. And this, they're going to send me a bill, but it should be around $200 for the first 100-gallon tank. Because I think he says it's $1.99 a gallon right now. And I got 100 gallons, so a couple $100 whenever I get the bill. But yeah, I mean, I did nothing up front to get this hooked up. I'll take you inside and show you what I had to do inside. It was really simple. And I'm very impressed with these Mr. Heater wall heaters. I mean, I really like my Mr. Heater Big Buddy. That's why I went with this one. The other thing I did inside here was, that's the 2-inch or the 6-inch nipple coming through the wall to an elbow to another nipple, my shutoff valve, and the line going up into the heater. So that's all that I had to do to install this. And, well, get my hand out of the way. That's all I had to do to install this. It worked really well. I like it. I highly recommend them. They got a pilot that I can turn off when I'm not going to be using this. If I'm going to be gone for a few days and it's going to be nice, that's your pilot. That's your thermostat. And that's what kind of it is. This is 20,000 BTU. They sell a 30,000 BTU. That will do more square foot, obviously. And they sell 10,000 BTU, but it doesn't have the thermostat on it. So that's my heater. I'm happy. I'll shoot some more video in the morning. After I used it tonight, I'll shoot another video in the morning and let you know how it performed overnight. That will follow this. Alright, this is Thursday morning. Let me give you my overnight review of this heater. It got down to, I think, 36 last night outside. And this thing kept this cabin. I've got it on low, on 1. And this kept the cabin between 63 and 66, 67 degrees, something like that. Really worked well. Didn't run that often because I've got the cabin, really insulated well. We, went big on the insulation, but it did the job. I mean, I smelled, no odd fumes or anything like that. I kept a window open just in case. And I like that window being open. So that worked out really well. But overall, I like it. I think this is going to work out just fine. And when I put my wood stove in, it's a very small wood stove. And I'm only going to be able to put, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours worth of burn in it. So I'd have to be getting up during the night to add wood to the stove. Whereas this, I can run at night and keep us very comfortable. Not have to be getting up to, add wood to the stove. So yeah, the Mr. Heater, this is a 20,000 BTU unit. You can get a 30,000 and you can get a 10,000. The 10,000 doesn't have the thermostat on it. So that's why I went with the 20. The 10,000 would have been enough to keep the cabin warm, but I wanted to be able to regulate the burn on it. So if we go through a week of really cold, sub-freezing weather and I'm not out here, then I can leave this going for Creamer, who really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm real happy with how it worked out. I like it. Got up this morning, did my dishes, cooked breakfast, did my dishes, cleaned out the litter box, added food, damn creamer. But yeah, now I got to head back to Wheeling. I've been out here since Monday. I got to head back to Wheeling to see Max. He's been fighting about a kennel cough, I believe, from his training classes. So he hasn't been going till we get the kennel cough taken care of. And yes, we're going to get the vaccine. I just didn't think about it for this, these classes, but he's still, he's eating fine and, kind of being himself. He's just got a weird cough. That's all. It's not a critical thing. But I want to go back in and see him too. But I'll take you outside and show you what a pretty day it is. And I'll be back. But yeah, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be a little cloudy, but it's going to turn mostly sunny. Temperature's going to be close to 70 again. So it's amazing. Great solar production in wintertime. Can't beat it. But I got to run into Wheeling to get the rest of the cabinets and the counter and the sink and, try and figure out how I'm going to lay all this out inside. What I can use in the cabin, and the rest I'll bring down here to the barn for the canning room. But it's nice. I've been out here since Monday. And I don't want to go back. I'm ready to move out here. I think I got everything I need now. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to close this out now. I wanted to basically give you all an update how that worked overnight. I just had it installed yesterday. And again, really happy with it. So my 1-day review, I'm happy. It worked out really well. But remember, it helps out a lot. You guys subscribe, ding that little bell so you know when I upload another video on my journeys out here. And be sure and like, comment, dislike, comment, whatever suits your fancy. But this is Joe out here at the off-grid cabin at St. Bernard Acres. I'm out.